We bring in our NFL analyst, Cameron Worrell, 6 years in the league with the Bears and Dolphins. Cam, thanks for coming back in.
My pleasure.
A tie football game. Cam hates that stuff.
It's Pop Warner.
Yeah, Rams-Niners.
Professional football. Someone should win the game. Someone should lose the game. It's not Pop Warner. Even high school and college. Somebody wins the game, somebody loses. Figure out a way to get this done. We don't have to be there all day. You give someone a couple more possessions, somebody's going to put some points on the board. It's not going to last 3 quarters.
What did Herm Edwards say? You play to win the game.
Right, you don't play to tie the game. You play to win. And if you don't win, then you lose. You don't tie.
Good thing we didn't ask Donovan McNabb about ties, if you know what I mean. Remember, he didn't know?
Yeah.
The game's ended in ties?
What
happens in the Super Bowl?
Right,
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Well, you saw the busted coverage in the first half, 2 turnovers, costly third down penalties. When you go on a 17-0 run in the Super Bowl, you'd expect to have a lead at some point in time. They never had a lead in this game. Too many mistakes early. Colin Kaepernick played brilliantly in the second half. They tightened everything up, but too little, too late. The Ravens just had too big of a lead.
Hey, a win is a win in the NFL, whether you win 49-0 or you win 2-0. The Raiders got the win today. It was ugly, but their defense really stepped up, minus Maurice Jones-Drew and Blaine Gabbert for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but they held them to 200 yards of total offense. They scored when they needed to. Carson Palmer had a good day, 1 turnover, threw a touchdown, threw for 320 yards. They won at home. All right, they can start a winning streak now. You have to win one, a big play in overtime to get the ball, and Seabass, one of the best in the business to do it. You know, get him the ball, and he puts it through.
But the Raiders, you know, Darren McFadden's still struggling with this new zone blocking scheme. The offensive line is going through struggling. You know, McFadden's a better player than what he's showing, and it has a lot to do with that line. So tough learning curve.
Yeah, it's definitely an adjustment for everybody. Him, the offensive line, the offensive coordinator working with new guys. It's in transition right now. They need to find a rhythm with Darren McFadden because they can't win football games without him being the workhorse. You know, running the ball 20, 25 times for 100-plus yards, getting in the end zone. That's the guy they need him to be if that offense is going to score points, enough points for the Raiders to win over the long stretch of the season.
Joe Flacco, the most underrated quarterback in the game. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, he has won a playoff game each of his first 5 years, 11 touchdowns, no interceptions in this postseason. No one's ever done that. All this guy did was take a less talented Baltimore Ravens team, changed offensive coordinators in the middle of the season, and they're Super Bowl champions. So Joe Flacco deserves a ton of that credit. Throws the best deep ball in the NFL, and he has to be part of that conversation now when you're talking about maybe not the Tom Brady's and Peyton Mannings, but the Drew Breeses and the Aaron Rodgers and guys like that because he plays at that level.
Cameron played in Super Bowl 41, which was the Bears and the Colts, and that game was in Miami. 2 destinations, just like New Orleans, a lot of distractions. How do you avoid that, Cam?
Yeah, it was great for us because we went from Chicago, it was about 5 degrees. We got down to Fort Lauderdale, it was 80 degrees, so a welcome relief for us. But Lovie Smith, our head coach, gave us Sunday night off, gave us a late curfew Monday, so we kind of got South Beach out of our system. Tuesday was media day, which is a circus. It's crazy. And then Wednesday we started that regular game week preparation. So, you know, he gave us a few days to get those, those late nights out. And once we did that, everybody kind of acclimated to South Florida and got on that game plan.
The Dolphins, you know, they're one of those mediocre teams, but they needed this win because now they go on the road to New England for a very tough game next Sunday.
Yeah, it was big. You always want to win a home game, especially against a mediocre Dolphins team, good defensively, but a rookie quarterback, you expect that defense to be able to contain Ryan Tannehill, a rookie. Excellent job by Colin Kaepernick and Jim Harbaugh, putting him in positions to make plays. We saw that 50-yard run. He managed the game well, made very efficient throws, was very accurate, and when it was time for him to make a big play, he sealed the deal. With the run we've all seen around Fresno, a 50-yard touchdown from Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah, don't remind us. Here's the stuff. I mean, his afterburners are incredible. Look at that. There's no one even near him when he gets to the 30.
Yeah, and there's a lot of talk out there. Should Alex Smith still be the quarterback? It's a tough thing for Alex Smith. Yes, he didn't lose his job. He got hurt. He should still be in there, but you see what Colin Kaepernick can do. He's just as accurate and efficient throwing the ball as Alex Smith is, but he adds that dimension of being able to take a run 50 yards. He adds so much more dynamically to that offense. They have so much more in their playbook now with him at quarterback, and the sky's the limit with what they can do with Colin Kaepernick playing quarterback.
What do you think about this New England matchup with the Niners in Foxborough next Sunday?
I think it's great that New England's playing Houston tomorrow night. And that's a tough game. Houston's rolling right now. Yeah. And the 49ers get to come in, get a little bit more rest than the Patriots do. Anytime you go to Foxborough, especially with a young quarterback, it's going to be tough. They really, really need that 49ers defense to have a good game against Tom Brady.